A show that tackles the big issues affecting the BVI and the rest of the Caribbean. Searches for answers to today's big questions and gives viewers a unique perspective on developing stories. Follow the big story with me, Kathy Richards, only on GTV. This show is brought to you by the National Bank of the Virgin Islands, Cyril B. Ramney Turtola Pier Park, NV Salon, Nail Spa and Barbershop, Tisley Cross Deliciously Smooth Cider, and Digicel, simply more speed, reliability and entertainment.
Tisley Cross Cider. Tisley Cross Cider. Deliciously smooth.
A major component of the curriculum of the Elmore Stout High School. However, from 2017, this department has been struggling, putting a strain on teachers and parents, and depriving students from reaching their full potentials. Yet they do their best, and some of their works were on show last Saturday, June 4, 2022. Today on The Big Story, a glimpse of some of the Elmore Stout High School art show as we hear of the highs, lows, and potentials of the department.
Hi, good day everyone. My name is Mrs. Karima Wilson Solomon and I am a visual arts teacher at Elmore Stout High School. I am actually one of 8 teachers in the visual arts department, and this year we are excited to host our visual arts show. It's been quite a few years, actually 5 years since we've had our last visual arts show. So this year is extremely exciting for us. It's historical because we're accustomed of having art shows every year. And this time around, we have quite a few art pieces from this current school year as well as from 2017. And we have over 200 art pieces, and we have over 40 students participating in our art show this year.
Okay, so give us a little background to the art department in the school.
Okay, so in the art department, we teach a wide range of art areas. Some of them are included but not limited to drawing, painting and mixed media, graphic design, communication, sculpture and ceramics, as well as decorative arts. So we actually teach visual arts from 8th grade all the way to 12th grade. And once our students get to the senior level in 10th, 11th, and 12th grade, they are preparing for visual arts at the CSEC level.
Okay, so grade by grade that you teach, tell me what are the highs and the lows?
Okay, so one of the things that we're excited about is that our students are able to choose art as an elective and be able to express their talents in that way. And we're also able to have a lot of students that are dedicated to creating new pieces, doing research on different artists, whether they're local, regional, international, or world renowned. And we are very much in tune with what's going on in the art culture and trying to bring it to our school throughout the different age ranges. One of the things that we would love to see come back is us being able to teach art from the 7th grade level, which was formerly first form, to have that foundation being laid so that when the students move up to the senior level, that they are fully prepared to be able to create artwork.
Why it's not being taught at the 7th grade?
Well, I guess with different scheduling and the introduction of different subject areas, it has not been taught at the 7th grade level for quite a few years. But we still are able to reach our students in 8th and 9th grade and then having them transition over to the senior program.
We know the glory story from what we see. We know that the kids put their all into it. You teachers work with them so that when we come to events like this, we see the glory. But behind the glory, there were some pains for you to get here. Tell us about those.
So yes, Kathy, behind the glory, there is a story. And prior to Hurricanes Irma and Maria and even COVID, majority of the art supplies that we had were funded by our school via our government. And because of the flood in 2017, in August of 2017, we lost about 90% of our materials and our tools, as well as we had artwork here from various students, and along with teachers' artwork as well, that were all lost and destroyed. And then came Irma, Maria, and then COVID, we were forced to teach art online, which is very challenging. And so all of the artwork that is on display currently, and even some of the artwork that was done prior to this evening, has all been provided by parents and students. We have had a very difficult time teaching visual arts with all the supplies and materials that we need. We have very little to no funding at all, and so it becomes challenging. So a lot of the art pieces that are on display, they have been made from reused and recyclable materials. We utilize a lot of cardboard, wire, wood, paper, which can all be used as mixed media in art. But we still need the funding to teach subjects like ceramics, which is what I teach, making pottery and working with the clay and firing the clay. That has been an area that has been drastically affected. This year also has been the first year that we are able to teach painting and mixed media. But even with that, the paints, the canvases, and all the tools that the students use for those classes are provided by the parents and the students. And so we've gone from having quite a bit of supplies and support financially from the Ministry of Education, but over the past, it's been almost 8 years, we have been working with very little supplies to run our art department effectively. So out of the ashes we rise, and we're turning our story that would have been filled with doom and gloom. We're very proud of our students for rising to the occasion and creating artwork that is still symbolic of who we are as a people. We are resilient, we are creative, and we are determined that no matter what, we are going to push and make sure that we are creative in what we do, and that the artwork is here on display for the public to really enjoy and to see what we have accomplished.
With the appropriate funding, what's the possibilities with these kids and what they do in the art department?
Oh my gosh, with the funding, the possibilities are endless. We will be able to step up to the plate and really give our students a 21st century art education, which we haven't been able to do. Especially being online with COVID, we've had to alter our curriculum and make a lot of adjustments. With the kids being at home and teaching them online, it became very, very difficult. So we as art teachers had to become very creative in still making sure that the students are being, that they're learning about art, that they're utilizing the skills and techniques, and at the same time that they are also being creative within the realm of being online during COVID. With proper funding, we will be able to revamp and revive our sculpture and ceramics program, which a lot of students are interested in and have not had the opportunity to do within the past 5 years. We can properly and effectively teach painting and mixed media. Right now, we don't have any paint, so the paint is provided by the students. They either purchase them locally or online, and so we'll be able to teach painting not just to one class, but to all the classes from junior school to senior school. And then just basic art supplies we need. We need sketchbooks, pencils, paintbrushes, things that any art student will need in order to be successful and to be creative in their own way.
What does a comfortable budget for an academic year for the art department may look like?
So as of right now, we're in 2022, and with the rising cost of fuel and shipping and everything, a comfortable budget to get us where we need to be, considering that we haven't had supplies in over 8 years, it would be about $50,000 to get us up and running. And to make sure that we have a department that is sustainable, not just for our school, but also for our community and the territory at large.
Okay, we know you as teachers as well go into your pockets to make sure that these kids can benefit from this. Art is such I don't even know the proper definition to express the depths of art and what it can do for an individual or what it does. But there are also, like you said, the parents who chip in.
Yes.
What do you want to say to those parents? Because very often we hear education not free every minute, teacher, wow, 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 like a siren.
Yes. Well, first of all, I want to say thank you to all the parents that continue to support their children, whether they are in junior school or senior school, and even parents that have had children that have graduated from the visual arts program. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And just to encourage parents to continue to be supportive. I have parents that had to raise me being a creative individual, and parents of creative children don't always understand, and you have to spend quite a bit of money. But to be supportive to your child or children that are creative, make sure that you continue to encourage them, support their dream, even though you may not understand, and try to supply them with the things that they need as much as possible. And this last bit is very important, to even encourage them to go into entrepreneurship with the creative skills that they have.
Awesome. And how can we as a community be of support to you?
So as a community, oh my gosh, we need everyone on board. Art is not just important to the student or the school, but it's important to our community and our culture to continue to keep our creative culture alive. So our community can help by donating either art supplies or monetary donations, or even sponsoring us as a department, definitely coming out and supporting our art shows whenever we do have them, like this one, and just letting us know that our artwork is being seen. One of the things that I discussed with the students as we were preparing over the couple of days for this art show is to make sure that they show up, because too many times in the media, especially of recently, we have a lot of negativity coming out of especially Elmore Stout High School. And so to have this art show, it's such a positive light, and it's so much artwork. I think this is the most artwork that we have ever had as long as I've been at Elmore Stout High School. And I'm a graduate of the BVI High School. And so I just have chills running up and down my spine, because it's a lot of artwork. This isn't even all. We've had to pull back a few for the lack of space, but we're excited to not just have the students work on this, but we're actually in our own department. So, and that's a good thing. So the community can definitely support us. When you see any art students around, they're being creative or they're doing something in the community, continue to encourage them, and definitely financial contributions or even donating art supplies and art tools will be a great help.
Okay, tonight, anything's for sale?
Yes, the artwork is for sale. That will be between the students and the buyer. But yes, I've spoken to some of the students and they're willing to part with some of their artwork. They're also willing to do any commission work or to create original pieces, because one of the parts of our classes that we try to instill, especially in 12th graders as they get ready to graduate, is entrepreneurship. How can you use your creative skills and your talents to generate income, either as a hobby or even as a full-time profession, as a full-time artist. So that's one of the things that we encourage, as well as in the finishing of their work, to always finish their work with the intent for it to be displayed either in a museum or gallery, or for it to be bought. So we strive for excellence. Excellence is our goal, and I hope that when the public sees the art show, that they will truly agree that it is a display of not just art by students, but it's a display of excellence.
I want to thank you so much for joining us for this edition of The Big Story. I'm Kathy Richards.